So this week, I want to talk some more about quizzes. I'm so excited about the potential and the use, especially for the year ahead. I think we need to get savvier with the way we're connecting with our potential students, and quizzes are a really fantastic way to do this. So today I've got some specific ideas I want to share with you. So let's jump in and talk all about how to have a perfect quiz.
Welcome to the Course Creators HQ podcast, helping you navigate the latest techniques for creating and marketing online courses. And now, here is your host, Julie Hood.
Hey there, so welcome. It's episode 221, and today we're talking about quizzes for a very specific reason. I've got a quiz workshop coming up for you on Saturday because there are some very specific things that you can do that will make your quiz infinitely better than a lot of the quizzes that are out there. So I hope you will join us for that. The link is in the show notes, or you can go to coursecreatorshq.com/ultimate quiz creator and save $300 on the final price of this course. So you can get in really for just $197 right now. So jump in. We're going to have 2 weeks to work on your quizzes and really get you set up for 2025 with an incredible lead magnet, because I really feel like this year and the year ahead, people are getting savvier and savvier. And so we have to consistently be providing more and more value and more connection and more advice that's personalized and customized to them. And that's one of the things that you can really do very easily with a quiz, where if you're trying to do it with a different type of tool, it would take a lot more effort. So today's episode is actually based off an email I received from a tool called the Quiz Creator, and I'll link to that tool. It's one of the 2 tools that I recommend for doing your quizzes. And the really cool thing about the Quiz Creator is that it is a one-time fee. So you pay once and then you create as many quizzes as you want to. The tricky part is you do have to be able to insert the code somewhere on your website or on a web page. So it's a little bit more challenging to use. That's part of what we're going to get into in the workshop, is how to actually do that. And you need to have things ready before you create. So that's part of the Quiz Creator. But they sent this email that I thought was so good, so I wanted to share the concepts with you with their permission, because I thought it was really smart about how to create the right kind of quiz and making them savvier than some of the others. Because one of their comments is, not all quizzes are created equal. And that's true. You can have kind of a basic one, or you can have a much better one. And so quizzes are really incredible for connecting with your audience, segmenting your leads, and then priming them for what's next. But in order to do that, you have to put it together in a specific way. And that's what this email was about. So I'm going to share the rest of this with you as we go through. So if you want the quiz to actually work for your business, it needs to do more than just collect emails, which, very good point. It needs to engage, provide value, and drive results. Engage, provide value, and drive results. So as you're asking questions, you are engaging, and the folks that are taking your quiz are engaging with you. They are giving you answers and telling you about what they want or where they're at, so that then you can provide them with valuable direction that drives results and maybe helps them make changes. So you can see how this all works together. So this was the example from the Quiz Creator. They said, let me show you how I would take a basic quiz and turn it into something your audience can't resist, which is definitely what we want to do with our quizzes, right? So many people start with a basic topic like, is your child ready to start potty training? So, that seems like a good question for a quiz, right? Parents would want to know that. And here's what they say. While it's a decent starting point, this is something your audience can easily Google. There's no connection, no authority building, and no reason for them to stick around. You want your quiz to be something they can't Google because it's only something you can provide. Here's how I'd elevate it. What's your child's unique potty training learning style? This shifts the focus to something only you can provide. Valuable, actionable insights that position you as an expert and keep them coming back for more. So when it comes to your questions, and here's what you should be looking for. Are you asking basic and general questions, or are you putting your quiz taker into a realistic, relatable scenario, one they can easily picture themselves in? So instead of asking, what does your current diet look like? You could say, you're at a social event and the only food options are unhealthy. How do you navigate this? So see how that's so much more interesting and so much more specific. And especially if part of what you teach is how to navigate social events, you're getting very specific around what it is that they are experiencing so that you can then be the expert for them. So you see how these are some kind of nuanced little tweaks, but how much they can improve your quiz and make you much more of an authority as you're working with your students. So here's a few of the things. They actually look at this when you hire them to do the ultimate quiz audit that they will do for you. So I thought these were some interesting things for you also to be thinking about, and make sure that you've thought about these different pieces, and it's part of what we're going to be talking about too in the workshop. So obviously your quiz topic and your title, are they attention grabbing and aligned with your audience? That's where we were talking about is your child ready for potty training? Blah. Or what is your child's unique potty training learning style? So that's going to be unique to the instructor. Questions and flow. Is the quiz engaging and easy to follow? Answer logic. Are your answers specific enough and linked to accurate and meaningful results? And this is where I want you to spend a little time, because this is what makes the quiz good or not. Are your answers diverse enough that when you give someone results, not only does it match, it also specifies exactly which category they fall into so that you can give them next steps based on that. So it does take some thought around what does this look like and how do I make sure that it makes sense. The next one is results and clarity. Are the results actionable and tailored to your audience? So when you are following up, are you giving them very specific action steps to take next? Then the call to action evaluation. Does your call to action guide users to the next steps effectively? User experience. Is the quiz intuitive and seamless for your audience? And that really goes back to which tool you're using and how well it works for your audience. Does your follow-up sequence align with your results? So once I take the quiz, you're not done yet. You want to make sure that you're following up and then following up with their specific answer, so you're really targeting your results for them. Overall funnel alignment. So this is an important one. Does the quiz work cohesively with your funnel? And I would say, does it work cohesively with the course that you want people to be taking? So you start with the end in mind and thinking about, okay, what is it I want them to do on the back end? And then how can I work my way backwards into a quiz that pulls the right people in the right direction? So I was working with one of my one-on-one clients on this, and we were really trying to determine, she had 3 different categories that her folks would fall into. And then we were trying to make sure, okay, what is the right action step for them next? What should they be doing after they find out that they fall into this specific category? Then design and branding. Is your quiz visually consistent with your brand? And then performance insights, tips to enhance quiz completion and conversions. So there's a few things that you can do to make sure that folks actually finish the quiz and you get the final results. So we'll be talking about some of those things. So I hope this was an interesting concept for you and gets you thinking about what it is that you might want to be doing. And then come join us for the Quiz Creator Ultimate Quiz Creator course, that the workshop that I'm going to be doing for 2 Saturdays. And we'll be going through a lot of these similar things, plus actually sitting down and brainstorming. So you'll have some feedback on your ideas to see, like, does this make sense? Are we in the right place? Are we, pulling things together the way we should? So we'll be working through all of that during the workshop, and I can't wait to connect with you. I hope you are having a fantastic week and that everything's going well, and I will catch you on the next episode. Thanks for listening and being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we'll talk again soon. Take care.